Hey, good morning, KidzSpace. So this morning, we're going to hear about two guys whose name is Peter and John. So let me introduce you to Peter and John. So Peter and John, this story takes place after Jesus went up to heaven, and the church started growing, and people started hearing about Jesus for the first time. And a lot of people were excited about it, but not everyone was. So we're going to find out what happens. One day, Peter and John were going up to the temple because it was time to pray. Now, there was a man, let me say that again. There we go. There was a man who wasn't able to walk, and he had never been able to walk. And every day, he can't walk. And every day he would sit at this gate and ask people for money. So,
I need money. Money.
As they walked up to the gate, he asked for money.
Money. I need money.
Now, Peter looked directly at the man and he said, listen, I don't have any money.
Listen, I don't have any money.
But what I do have is this.
But what I do have is this.
In the name of Jesus, walk.
In the name of Jesus, walk. I'm getting up. I can walk. I can walk. My last day is life.
The man was very excited. And Peter and John went on into church. So Peter and John were praying, but then there were some guys in the crowd who started being upset because they saw that this man was healed and they didn't know what to think. So there started being murmuring, and they came up and they asked Peter and John, say, hey, guys, excuse me. I heard there's a man that was healed. I want to know who did this. And Peter and John thought for a second. And then they said to anyone who would listen very boldly, they said, guys, why are you guys surprised?
Guys, why are you guys surprised?
We didn't do this. It was the power of Jesus.
We didn't do this. It was the power of Jesus.
Remember, Jesus, he really was from God, but instead of believing in him, you handed him over to die on a cross. They said, guys, do you remember Jesus?
Guys, do you remember Jesus?
He really was from God.
He really was from God.
But instead of believing in him, you handed him over to die on a cross.
But instead of believing him, you handed him over to die on a cross.
But because he really was from God, you guys all should believe in him.
But because he was from God, you guys should all believe in him.
Well, I have to tell you, there were mixed results from this speech by Peter and John. All of the guys who were kind of like the policemen and the lawyers and all the people who were in charge of the religious stuff, they were very angry. So they put Peter and John, they put them in cuffs, and they took them to jail. Now, not everyone was angry. Actually, a lot of people believed, and they decided to become followers of Jesus. So Peter and John were in jail, which wasn't very fun. They didn't think it was very fair that they were in jail, but they understood because some of the leaders were very upset about what they were doing. So the next morning, some of those religious leaders came to them and they said, "Hey, guys, I have a question for you and you better answer me. I want to know, and you better tell me the truth. How did that man get healed?" Well, Peter looked at him and he said, "Listen, I've already told you the answer to this.
Listen, I've already told you the answer to this.
It was by Jesus, whom you guys just won't believe in."
It was by Jesus, whom you guys just won't believe in.
Jesus healed that man.
Jesus healed that man.
Now the religious leaders, they started grumbling. I mean, they didn't know what to do with this answer because the man really was healed. He was dancing around the church. Everyone saw it. There really was something that happened. So there these guys were in jail, and this man really was healed. So they just didn't know what to do. So they decided to just let them go. So they said, "Guys, I don't like it. And you better stop talking about this Jesus guy. But listen, you are free to go. Get out of here." So this month we're talking about not giving up, and when some things are hard, and if you know that something is right to do, not giving up. So I wonder about Peter and John. I wonder if they gave up. Peter and John, quick question. Those guys told you that you needed to stop preaching about Jesus and give up and stop it right away, or you're going to get in bad trouble. But did you stop doing it?
Oh, no. No. The Lord is a powerful person.
And you knew that it was right, and so you didn't give up.
We did not give up. No.
Well, thank you guys.
Never gave up.
Appreciate it. So just want to encourage you guys, as you face something maybe hard this week, maybe just finishing up your schoolwork before summer, or maybe there's chores your mom or dad asks you to do, I just want to encourage you, if something's hard, don't give up. And if there's something that you know that is the right thing to do, don't give up. Do what you know is right, even if it's hard sometimes. We'll see you guys next week.